Yo everyone, welcome to Sanjay Che here. So we're back at it again with Boruto episode 191. Naturally, as we've, seen with the episode summaries from about 2 weeks ago at this point, we're continuing the Kawaki transition episodes, as I'd like to call them. But last episode wasn't as bad as I thought it would have been, so let's see where this episode takes us. Of course, if you're new here, be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, all that cliche YouTube jazz and blues. But at the same time, I appreciate it if you're tuning in for the first time too. Of course, respect today, the returning subscribers, returning viewers, appreciate the love and support. But anyway, let's get right into it and see what this episode has to offer. Alright, so Kawaki, Blood Prison. Leave a like if you got that reference. Alright, Double OK continuing his mission. Alright, so I see the parallels. I see the parallels they're trying to make between him. I mean, the episode is obviously named Stray Dog, so clearly they're making a parallel between Kawaki and the dog. Alright, the 7th Hokage. Boruto's dad. Oh, this dog is pretty smart. I wonder if it was forming like a ninja dog. Yo, so it's serious when the Kawaki theme start playing. Oh, sounds like a new OST again. Kawaki's like, yo, this partner juice is not gonna work on me, fam. Boys, they've armed the scientific ninja weapons. It's serious. Well, they just fired a bunch of, flame jutsu at me, but I'm cool. I'm cool. Naruto's like, what? What did you say? I can taught no jutsu him? I was just like him, fam. Just like him. It's like, dog. Oh shit. You six fat steel B siege mode. Yo. Although I think I'll save it for the review. Yeah, I have the pet peeve that I'll talk about when it comes on to the review section. Alright, so that was episode 191 of the Boruto anime, and I will say I think I enjoyed the last episode more than this one. Well, that's just my personal opinion at least. But for the most part, this episode I think just really strives to achieve the fact or the whole notion that there's more to Kawaki than just being angry at the world. That there's some subtle hints to that there's more to his character and he's not one dimensional. So for the most part, I think that's what this episode tries to achieve by at least establishing a parallel between Kawaki and the literal stray dog, obviously. So I think that's what it comes down to. At the end of the day, there's nothing more to be said than that really. But at the same time, at least by the end of the episode, we are getting some progression as Naruto is here now. And of course, I just found it funny that it's always a joke when as a Naruto fans you're saying like, oh Jesus, taught no jutsu, like I understand fam, I know what you're going through. Yes, me. So it's just always fun to see it. But fun and joke aside, I mean it is true. Sumire characters like Sumire and Naruto will understand Kawaki, so it's bad and not so bad. Especially like Sumire in this case, as she pointed out in this chapter, and as we know as viewers, if you are a long time Boruto watcher, or at least watch the first arc, Sumire, she was used as a weapon by her father to get revenge on the village, etc., etc. So there is that. But I mean, for what it's worth, I did enjoy the parallels. But I think even without an episode like this, based on what's coming in the manga, we would have established Kawaki as more than a one-dimensional character anyway. Unless an episode like this eventually will serve a bigger purpose in the grander scheme of things, and we will look back at it and say, okay, based on how they're executing in the anime going forward, we can say, okay, this episode it was bad and not so bad. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. In terms of the pet peeve I was kind of talking about is that I don't know if it's really that the animators just don't remember the some things about Naruto, but it's kind of like the opposites of like say Dragon Ball, when you'd say, okay, Goku could just go to his strongest form and just wipe out the enemy right away. It's kind of like the opposite here with Naruto, where he's always going into his highest form for almost any and everything. It's almost ridiculous. So I think that's just a pet peeve of mine. I think there needs to be middle ground. Like every chance he gets, Naruto's always in his six pants TLB CH mode. It's ridiculous. And persons who might say, "Yo, he's not using six pants," but yes, he is. He has the cross in his as his pupils use, and he doesn't have the markings to say it's regular sage mode, so it's six fats. So yeah, I just think he could use regular KCM if anything, or it just seems unnecessary. I mean, at least if you could establish some middle ground for me personally, I think when he actually uses six fats, the contrast between when he uses it and doesn't use it can make it feel like a more hype moment. So yeah, when he uses it for every little thing, so that's just my pet peeve at least. But that aside, I think I need to reread chapter 26, because unless, I mean, it wouldn't be the first the anime has changed stuff on a minor scale from the manga, but I feel like this is contradicting the events of chapter 26, because that would have been the first time Kawaki actually meets Naruto, essentially. Unless they're changing a few things to kind of allow these episodes that they're introducing to allow the story as they're telling it in the anime to flow just a bit differently from the manga. So there's definitely that. So I'm wondering, or at least okay, I just need to reread chapter 26 to see, like, if based on how they're setting it up, if it's really going to contradict anything. So, yeah. Or if there was like a throwaway line to say, okay, we met here or there in Ryutan, or something like that. So that's just a little concern I have. I won't use it against the episode. I still need to read the chapter again. So yeah, there's that. But for the most part, I think it was an alright episode. Um, if you wouldn't say the pacing has slowed down last chapter, it definitely has. Well, last episode, it definitely has for this episode. So yeah, but we're heading back into 192. I haven't checked out the preview yet, and I don't remember the episode summary much less. But let's see what next episode has to offer. So yeah, all in all, I thought it was an alright episode. I think it, for the most part, managed to do what it needed to do. So yeah, but it's not a wow factor episode. Or even, I wouldn't want to say you could skip it, but like if you skipped it, it's like, eh. But anyway, Sanjay Chia, thanks for tuning in. Be sure to rate, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought about the episode, and of course, look out for my final thoughts on Yashahime Princess season 1, either later today or tomorrow morning, first thing. So yeah. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Bye.